Hey there, Black Stars. So I want to remind you that you don't always have to be Superman. You know, we get caught up in this idea of, I gotta train, I gotta train, I gotta train. I'm particularly bad about that. I always feel like I'm losing ground. And some of that just may be, a little bit of, it's probably just a little bit of ego and paranoia, having grown up an overweight kid and all that. But, I I had one injury 2 weeks ago, and then another injury a week after that. Now, the first one was directly training related, training past the point of fatigue. That was bad. The other one was just from playing around and being negligent. And I had to take some time from training. Now, I didn't particularly lose anything, and I would have lost more if I had continued trying to train through that injury. But especially with this coming Saturday being the Spartan race that I entered, I can't afford to have, any injuries. I'm healed now. Luckily, they were minor injuries. I had to cancel the training this week because my training partner had a respiratory infection. So be it. I mean, I can still get my own workout in. But the point is that when you know something's wrong, especially if you have something, you have an event where you have to perform coming up, don't take chances on injuries. Like, it's one thing when you're training in your day in and day out life to to push yourself to that red line and see how much you can take and how far you can go and all that. That's fine. That's up to you. It is certainly beneficial to push yourself to your limits at times, but at the same time, you have to know when to pull back and say, okay, I need to change something a little bit because right now I'm not at the top of my game, and if I push myself past this point, I am going to be out for a week, 2 weeks, 6 weeks, 6 months, and your ego and irrational fears and paranoias and stuff can get you in a lot of trouble. So just remember, you don't have to be Superman all the time. It's okay to take a day off to make sure that you're recovering properly. You can always take an extra recovery day. You can't always throw in extra intensity on top of intensity. It's just the way our bodies work. So it may be a disappointment, but push hard and then relax. We're supposed to be intermittent. It's just the way our lives are supposed to be. I'll talk to you guys later. Good journey.